I'm Mark McTegg, Siebert Keck Insurance Partners. We designed the ORA Hospitality Insurance Program to leverage the buying power of thousands of ORA members. Combine that with our 17 locations throughout Ohio and our size, top 100 in the United States, and we provide an experience and expertise that others can't. Simply put, our size and experience means a better, more competitively priced insurance product for the ORA members. You could say writing insurance for restaurants is in our DNA. After all, we did our first one in the 1920s.
I'm Brad Wasserstrom, the president of the Wasserstrom Company. Welcome to the 2021 Ohio Restaurant Association Awards Gala. On behalf of our 800 Ohio-based associates, we'd like to congratulate all of tonight's winners. Since 1902, our family-owned business has been serving the community with food service equipment and supplies, and we couldn't be more proud to be a part of tonight's festivities. Thank you for everything you do, and thank you to the Ohio Restaurant Association.
Welcome to the Ohio Restaurant Association Industry Awards Celebration. Tonight, we spotlight leaders and professionals in Ohio's restaurant, food service, and hospitality industry. We honor their dedication, excellence, and service to their communities and beyond. We recognize their extraordinary contributions and innovative ideas, their use of technology, charitable contributions, exceptional service, transformative products, and dedication to education. Through a lifetime of passion and leadership, these champions exemplify what it means to be the best. And now, the Ohio Restaurant Association Industry Awards Celebration.
Good evening. I'm Sheila Troutner, Chair of the Board of Directors for the Ohio Restaurant Association. Thank you for joining us for our annual celebration of industry leaders, innovators, learners, and educators. This very special occurrence of the Ohio Restaurant Association's Industry Awards comes after what has been the most challenging year many of us have ever faced. That is why we are so glad that you are joining us virtually to celebrate the accomplishments of just a few of the ORA members who stood out this year with extraordinary accomplishments and leadership. Before we begin tonight, we want to take a moment to acknowledge the hard work and perseverance it took for all of you to make it through this year. At the ORA, we have been fortunate to see the best of the industry. So many of you gave your time, your dollars, and your voice to fellow business owners and workers in need. You helped us connect with elected leaders to represent this industry, and you battled to help the industry survive. Here are just a few of the moments we witnessed throughout the past year. And now, welcome to the grandest night of the year for the Ohio Restaurant Association. Tonight, we honor industry champions, hospitality legends, and the dedicated individuals and organizations representing the best of the best. We'll celebrate the achievements of Ohio's industry innovators, Tech Titan, Rising Star, and more. We have a very special live performance from BMI musician Frank J. Myers, and then we'll close out the evening by paying homage to the newest inductee into the Ohio Restaurant Association Hall of Fame. Before I'm joined by my co-host for the evening, I'd like to take a moment to thank the generous sponsors who made this celebration possible. Now I'm pleased to be joined by the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Ohio Restaurant Association, John Barker.
Hey, Sheila.
Hi.
Well, we're really happy to be here, and we're looking forward to a great evening. You know, events like this are priceless. They're also precious as we take time to toast the best among us and learn more about the extraordinary people who make this industry so special. It is a challenge to select just a small number of award winners out of 585,000 people who work in the restaurants and food service industry in Ohio. We are a force in this state as the second largest private employer, and we're critical to the economy. In fact, restaurants represent about 10% of Ohio's workforce, and another 10% indirectly support restaurants as our suppliers, the farmers, and consulting partners such as technology companies, our legal and accounting firms that work with us, and tax advisors. As we reflect on the year 2020 and the start of 2021, we know that many of you face the challenge of your lifetime. While some sectors of our industry thrived with pickup windows and delivery and takeout, many others suffered. Our national industry has lost $290 billion in sales due to the pandemic and the government-mandated restrictions. And at one point, more than half of our employees were furloughed across the United States. In Ohio, we believe the state lost more than 3,000 restaurants and bars to closures. The good news is more than 20,000 survived. And the question is how? During nearly 15 months of restrictions, we never wavered from the belief that we could make a difference. We worked as a team, the ORA and our board. We learned everything we could about COVID-19. We communicated nonstop with all of you, and we battled to help our industry survive. We successfully secured government support. We raised advocacy to an entirely new level with the support of so many of our board members like Sheila and so many other leaders around Ohio. The story of our industry will be written in more detail one day, but now is the time to recognize the greatness that has occurred in the face of adversity. Now is the time to look ahead and lead this industry into a new era of prosperity, prominence, participation. So Sheila, let's begin with our first award of the evening.
Thanks, John. As we get started with our awards presentation tonight, please feel free to engage in the comments section with all of our award winners. Even though we are not together in person, we can still make sure that our awardees feel the support of our community throughout the evening. The Outstanding Vendor of the Year award is given to a company that has provided exceptional service to the restaurant community. Tonight's first award goes to a vendor who has truly embodied servant leadership. This awardee has remained a family-run business for more than 100 years and has steadily grown to become one of the largest suppliers of food service products with a team of over 1,500 dedicated associates. Since 1902, they have provided food service operators with high-quality solutions from the industry's leading manufacturers and have become the world's leading restaurant supplier and distributor of food supplies and equipment. In addition to their decades of service to the restaurant and food service industry, tonight's awardee took on several critical roles throughout the pandemic. Because of their leadership in times of crisis, we are so very pleased to present the 2021 Outstanding Vendor of the Year to the Wasserstrom Company.
That's great. Before we present this award, though, Sheila, I want to take a moment and just acknowledge some of the leaders at Wasserstrom, and we know them all well. Doug Fahrenholtz is the Vice President of Sales at Wasserstrom and serves on our Board of Directors for the Ohio Restaurant Association. He's also the chair of our Mid-America Restaurant Expo and Conference Committee and a champion for our industry. You know, Doug's enthusiasm, his commitment, and his support of the Expo over the years has contributed greatly to the growth and success of this big event. Doug, we thank you for everything that you do for the restaurant and hospitality businesses that you serve, as well as the hard work you put in for the Mid-America Restaurant Expo, which is a signature event for the ORA.
Treva Weaver is the Chief Operations Officer at Wasserstrom and a franchise owner of Zoop Restaurants. With both of her businesses greatly impacted by the pandemic, Treva rose to the challenge and accepted Governor DeWine's request that she serve as chair of the Governor's Restaurant Advisory Committee. Under Treva's innovative and collaborative direction, the advisory committee was able to work quickly and effectively to develop some of the most thoughtful health and safety orders and guidelines in the country. Treva led a cross-section of operators and health officials and worked with the ORA and the governor's office. As a result, Ohio's bars and restaurants were able to avoid strict capacity restrictions or closures throughout most of 2020, which is amazing compared to other states. Treva, we thank you for your hard work, incredibly long hours, and perseverance during the most difficult year.
You know, Sheila, I had a chance to work very closely with Treva. I know you were on many of those calls, and she just was a champion for all of us, and we just can't thank her enough. Finally, we want to acknowledge Brad Wasserstrom and the Wasserstrom family's overall leadership and generosity throughout the past year. They were an early contributor to the ORA's Restaurant Employee Relief Fund, and Brad and his family helped support many of our most vulnerable industry workers in their time of need. We are thrilled to have Brad Wasserstrom accept this award. Brad, on behalf of all of us here at the Ohio Restaurant Association, we are happy to present you with this award for the Vendor of the Year. Thank you.
Congratulations, Brad, to you and the entire team. Thank you, John. On behalf of Wasserstrom's 800 Ohio-based associates and their families, it's our honor to receive this award. Thank you to the Ohio Restaurant Association.
Next up, we have a new award to present. The ORA Ambassador Award was created to acknowledge a member who embodies the core mission of the association and who works to support the industry as a whole. This award winner's passion for the restaurant industry led him to partner with the Donato's family to open 2 Donato's restaurants inside of the John Glenn Columbus International Airport. Robert E. Lee has been a member of the ORA for over a decade and has served as co-chair of the Columbus Local Restaurant Alliance for the past several years. Robert also serves as a member of the Ohio Restaurant Association Human Resources Committee as a dedicated member and resource in helping to solve for our industry's workforce challenges. Our ORA board, our staff, and our members appreciate Robert's leadership as an ambassador of the ORA. He is always willing to speak on the industry's behalf at the local, state, and national level. This past year saw opportunities for many of these moments, and when asked to speak publicly, Robert has taken up the mantle to inform the public on a number of industry-related topics. Tonight, we honor Robert E. Lee III for his commitment to the industry and his overall support of the initiatives of the Ohio Restaurant Association. Thank you, Robert.
Being recognized as an ambassador is really, it's outstanding. I'm really, really proud to be seen as an ambassador in an industry that has so many great creative leaders and big thinkers. Thank you so much for the recognition as the Ohio Restaurant Association's first Ambassador of the Year.
These next awards go to 2 individuals who understood very early on that Ohio's restaurants were a core part of our economies and our individual communities. At every level of government, we have had many legislators who have listened to our needs and worked tirelessly on our behalf. But these 2 people went above and beyond to fight for us. We are very excited to present 2 awards this year for Outstanding Public Official. To present our first award, here are a few words from Jamil Burkett, President and CEO of Burkett Restaurant Equipment.
Thank you, Sheila. Our first awardee is an entrepreneur, a restaurateur, and was a member of Toledo City Council before joining the administration of Mayor Wade Kapsakevich as Commissioner of Business Services. In her capacity, she has supported Toledo business community in many ways. Of course, I'm speaking of my friend, Sandy Spang. A few of her contributions include conducting pre-development meetings and aiding local businesses as they navigate through the licensing and permitting process with zoning and planning, building inspection, and the health department. Building relationships from startup to scale, Sandy connects business owners to city, state, and federal incentive programs and community entrepreneurial support partners that can aid their growth. In May of 2020, Sandy created the Emergency Microenterprise Recovery Grant Program, which harnessed $1 million of COVID-19 relief funding to aid microenterprises adversely impacted by the COVID-19 emergency. 77% of the recipients are minority or women-owned businesses, and all of the recipients are strongly representative of sectors most severely impacted by mandatory closures and loss of revenue, including restaurants. Congratulations and thank you for your hard work, Sandy. And upcoming in 2021, Sandy will launch the First Floor White Box Grant Program. She believes this will be an important tool in bringing new vitality and economic opportunity to Toledo's historic neighborhoods. Sandy was nominated by Prakash Karamanchandani, co-founder of Toledo-based restaurant group Balance Pan Asian Grill, who had this to say about Sandy. During the earliest days of COVID, Sandy worked tirelessly to create channels of communication and reached out personally to each business owner. She made calls as early as 6 a.m. and as late as 11 p.m., which shows her passion and dedication to help those in the restaurant industry and other entrepreneurs be successful in Toledo. Sandy, thank you so much for your support and work on behalf of Toledo restaurants. we're very happy to present to you the Ohio Restaurant Association's 2021 Outstanding Public Official Award.
My name is Prakash Karamchandani, and I'm a board member of the Ohio Restaurant Association. And I'd like to congratulate Sandy Spang for winning the Ohio Restaurant Association's Public Official of the Year award. Sandy?
Thank you, PK. I'm honored to receive this award. And I applaud the Ohio Restaurant Association for its advocacy and the industry for its creativity and tenacity during this unprecedented time of challenge.
Now please welcome Brittany Ruby Miller, President and CEO of Jeff Ruby Culinary Entertainment, to present the next award.
Since the onset of the pandemic 18 months ago, we've spent countless hours engaging public officials and elected leaders at every level of government. In Ohio, Governor Mike DeWine and Lieutenant Governor John Husted faced extremely challenging circumstances, navigating the known, the unknown, and everything in between. They had the foresight, though, to establish the Restaurant Advisory Group Task Force, which brought together experts in the industries and stakeholders in an effort to cultivate ideas and strategies for reopening our industry safely and help keeping our businesses afloat. Unlike many other states, we're fortunate to have the leadership here that worked cooperatively alongside a very strong restaurant association. And although we didn't always see eye to eye, that's okay, because I was confident that our concerns and the advice was appreciated and factored into all big decisions that were being made. Let's hear from Lieutenant Governor in his own words.
I know that the hospitality industry has been particularly hard hit. They were the ones that faced the consequences of the pandemic earliest and longest and the hardest. And this bill really focuses on helping them. You can get carry out. You can pick up food from these restaurants, or maybe even buy a gift card for someone's stocking this year. And the timeliness of this bill, getting the Development Services Agency this money so they can get it out the door quickly and into the economy, will be very helpful at revitalizing our hospitality industry. If we wear our masks and get our vaccines and do the things that we need to do to keep reducing the number of hospitalizations, that day can come sooner. And so all of us need to pitch in. We've been saying this from the very beginning, that we're all in it together.
Lieutenant Governor Husted, thank you for your role in helping support our state's hospitality businesses. On behalf of the Ohio Restaurant Association and Jeff Ruby Culinary Entertainment, we're honored to present you with this award as 2021's Outstanding Public Official.
Well, it's a great honor to receive this award from the Ohio Restaurant Association. From the very beginning of the pandemic, Governor DeWine and I relied on the association and its members to give us guidance on how we could manage safely the pandemic in our restaurants and bars across the state, to make sure that we were keeping people safe and also trying to support the livelihoods and the businesses that the Restaurant Association represents. From the very beginning, it was a great collaboration. We did a number of things together, including legislation that allowed for more drinks to be taken out, more carry-out leniency, grant programs to help support liquor permit establishments, small restaurant and bar owner establishments. Those grants, I know, were a lifeline. BWC rebates to them. That all of that together hopefully helped many small businesses, restaurants survive this difficult time period. And I'm grateful for the honor. I spent at least an hour every week on the phone with the association and the board, and together we help navigate this for the restaurants and bar owners of the state, for the people of the state of Ohio, and it's a real honor for me to receive this award. Thank you.
Our next award recognizes an individual and organization for their outstanding contributions through community service and charitable involvement. To present this award, please welcome Mark McTeague, Executive Vice President of Siebert Keck Insurance Partners.
Liz Valenti has been a member of the Dayton restaurant community since opening Meadowlark Restaurant with her best friend and co-founder Liz Wiley, and also operates the well-known Wheat Penny. Valenti's earliest memories of cooking are full of the love and tradition shared in her mother's kitchen surrounded by family. Liz's professional cooking career began while she was still in high school, and 40 years later, she has gone on to earn her degree from the California Culinary Institute, learned from multiple chef mentors, and built 2 successful restaurants in Dayton. Liz was a visible presence this year, making sure the needs of her employees and the needs of her community were heard. But she also has been an outstanding member of our community for years. She's always willing to support local fundraisers and donate her time to speak to students and Rotary groups about the industry. She also has spent considerable time speaking to the news media and sharing facts about our industry during the pandemic. The person who nominated Liz for this award says this about her. During the pandemic, Liz began posting weekly videos talking about the challenges businesses are facing, her own fears, and her concerns for her fellow employees. Those videos went viral and were, for many of us, the inspiration we needed to keep going. Her honesty, integrity, and transparency was refreshing, especially in a time of such uncertainty. She continued to feed all of her employees, preparing family meals, even for staff she had to lay off during the pandemic. She helped them file for unemployment, connect with local services to survive until she could bring them back to work. And now, as things are starting to pick up, she's celebrated the rehire of those employees. In addition to all she did for employees and fellow restaurateurs, Liz also used her parking lot to host sanitizer giveaways and multiple vaccination clinics for her community. It's people like Liz Valenti who show a true commitment of understanding and supporting their local communities that make so many in the industry think of each other as family. Liz, on behalf of the Ohio Restaurant Association and Keck Insurance Partners, we are honored for the opportunity to present you the 2021 Nourishing the Community Award. Congratulations.
Liz from Wheatpenny here. I accept this Nourishing the Community Award with humble gratitude for everyone in this town, for the team that we have here at Wheatpenny and at Meadowlark Restaurant. The pandemic has been hard on all of us, but boy, I feel like it brought the best out in a lot of people. Our customers, our purveyors, independent restaurant owners all over the Miami Valley stuck together, we worked together, and I'm so grateful to be part of this Dayton, Miami Valley community, and with the support of the Ohio Restaurant Association, as always, we had tools that we needed to get through the pandemic, and I'm just grateful that I could play my role, and here's to 2021, 2022 being the best years ever. Let's go. We got this.
Our next 2 awards are focused on the future of our industry, and from what I have seen here tonight, the future is very bright. Our 2021 Outstanding Industry Educator has been responsible for shaping the young lives destined to become the hospitality legends of tomorrow.
Chef Debbie Bates has been teaching for 40 years. She has been the ProStart Culinary Arts instructor at Lancaster High School since 2008. During that time, she had shown an unfailing commitment to quality education, to her students, and to the culinary and hospitality industry we all love. As told by her nominator, and I quote, "My eyes were really opened several years ago when Chef Bates was trying to help one of the students raise enough money to bury her recently deceased father. The following week, the student's mother passed away." Incredible. Chef impressed me with her compassion and her ability to shepherd the rest of the class. You know, Chef Bates truly cares for the well-being of her students and plays many roles in their lives. She is an educator. She's a mentor, a counselor, a cheerleader, and a friend who does everything to help them achieve their goals.
In addition to teaching the ProStart curriculum with in-class lectures and test kitchen experimentation, she deeply values industry partners and welcomes them into her classroom. As Ohio ProStart's most engaged educator, she stresses the value of real-world experiences, earning scholarships and the industry credential, the Certificate of Achievement. Her students' annual participation in the ProStart Invitational at the state and national level exemplify her drive for student success beyond the classroom.
Chef Bates taps every available resource to help her students succeed as she prepares them for the future. She has helped students secure over $500,000 in post-secondary scholarships. For many of her students, this scholarship money is the only way they could attend college and has truly changed the trajectory of their lives. One of her students shared, and I quote, "She prepares us not only for college, but for life." What a great quote. Please help me in recognizing Chef Debbie Bates as this year's Outstanding Industry Educator. Chef Bates, congratulations and thank you for educating and supporting the future of the hospitality industry.
Good evening. Thank you so much for giving me this award. It is truly the highlight of my career. I am so passionate about teaching students how to cook, and when I came here to Ohio, everyone was so generous to me. Out in this audience are people who have given the Lancaster High School program resources. You've been our mentors, and you've supported us in all kinds of ways. And none of this would have been possible without all of that support. So this award truly goes to all of you as well who have helped me. Thank you so much for helping my students earn over $500,000 in scholarships and truly changing their lives, and they will become the stars of this industry.
This next awardee is the youngest person we've ever honored at the Industry Awards. Knowing that many students missed out on many traditional milestones this past year, we wanted to take the opportunity to acknowledge the hard work, dedication, and strength of character that it's taken to thrive and even excel despite so many challenges. Our first ever ProStart Student of the Year is a bright light for the future of our industry.
Sheila, Grayson James Bohr is a 17-year-old junior in the Culinary Arts program at the Pioneer Career and Technology Center. At his partner school, he has been awarded all A's in the honor roll 3 years in a row. It's just an amazing story. He was nominated by his teacher, Chef Seth Weibel, who says this about having Grayson in class, and I quote, "On a rare occasion, a student comes to your program with an outstanding work ethic, desire to learn, and a drive and intelligence in culinary arts that cannot be ignored. Grayson Bohr exhibits the attributes that we all want to see developed in young future chefs. He is eager to develop proper technique, artistry, and to develop his palate. Grayson elevates and mentors his fellow classmates, and he takes pride in keeping his workstation clean and sanitary." Sounds like you might want to hire him. Grayson's passion for learning has me pushing myself to bring more challenging projects to the classes.
Outside of the kitchen, Grayson enjoys participating in marching band and the arts, including painting, sewing, music, and other art forms. His favorite thing to cook is any dessert or pastry, mostly cakes and cupcakes. When he graduates, he hopes to open a cafe and bake shop named after his grandfather, a wedding caterer who continues to inspire him even after his passing. Grayson is truly a remarkable young man, and we are thrilled to present him with the 2021 ProStart Student of the Year Award.
What a great story about Grayson. We can't wait to see where you end up in your successful career. Our next awardees were dealt an especially difficult hand in 2020. They opened this bar called Lawbird on November 7, 2019 in the German Village area around Columbus. But they had to shut it down in March of 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. For many entrepreneurs, new ones, this would have been a devastating blow. And maybe it was for a minute. But Luke and Annie Pierce did not stay down for long. Perhaps it was their motto, not governed by reason, or maybe it was the sense of responsibility that they had to the community that rallied around them in their first few months. But whatever it was, Luke and Annie used the time that their bar was shuttered to transform the small, intimate space into a still small, quirky, bodega-style convenience store. They offer to-go cocktails, a truly unique collection of wine, and some delicious Japanese snacks. It just was a hit.
As the pandemic wore on, Luke and Annie teamed up with Columbus area chef Tyler Minnis to create the breakfast pop-up Boxwood Biscuits. Another delicious success was born, and Boxwood eventually moved into a brick-and-mortar location of its own. As restrictions have lifted, Lawbird has finally been able to reopen its doors and welcome guests back as originally intended. I know it could not have been an easy year, but through it, Luke and Annie displayed the ability to be nimble, creative, and thoughtful. They found ways to share their passion for wine, cocktails, and snacks, and they fought their way to the other side in ways that may not have been governed by reason, but were always unique and delicious. Congratulations to this year's industry innovators, Luke Pierce and Annie Williams Pierce.
On behalf of all of us here at Lawbird Bar, we're so grateful to accept the Industry Innovator Award.
We couldn't have done it without our amazing guests and our awesome team. Cheers.
Cheers.
From a brand new business gracefully surviving the pandemic, we turn next to a person who has been in the restaurant business for over 15 years. The Claude F. Morton Lifetime Achievement Award is the Ohio Restaurant Association's highest award. Given to one restaurateur, this honor is for an individual who has exhibited a lifetime of exceptional service to the restaurant industry and their community. Like so many of us in this industry, Nader Masada caught the hospitality bug early on in life. He was born into a family of restaurant owners and managers, and while he left the family business to earn a degree in mechanical engineering from the University of Cincinnati and an MBA in international business and negotiations from Xavier University, ultimately Nader realized that his true passion was for the restaurant industry. Nader has served as president and CEO of Buffalo Wings and Rings since purchasing the company with his two business partners, Philip Schramm, now Chief Development Officer, and Haitham David, International CEO, in 2005. Nader attributes much of his success to his servant leadership philosophy, which he has used to steer his corporate team and build out the company's franchise system. Nader is deeply invested in the overall success of the brand and has provided the tools for nearly half of single-unit franchisees who have entered the system to expand to multi-unit ownership. Under his leadership, this Cincinnati-based brand has transformed into a global business with more than 80 corporate and franchise locations worldwide. Nader strives to spread his passion for providing the best club-level sports restaurant and bar experience in the industry, and ultimately to make Buffalo Wings and Rings a household name in even more markets in the U.S. Beyond his personal goals, Nader is dedicated to giving back in the Cincinnati community he calls home, as well as the communities served by Buffalo Wings and Rings. With that in mind, Nader established the Buffalo Foundation in 2016, which is a 501c3 nonprofit committed to combating child hunger. Since its inception, the Buffalo Foundation has provided support to programs that eliminate school lunch deficits and programs that provide meals to children facing food and housing insecurity. Each year, the company and franchise partners participate in a National Day of Service, volunteering for many organizations across the country who are filling in the gaps for those in need. Nader Masada, it is your commitment to reviving and growing a brand focused on providing chef-inspired, fresh food and a family atmosphere, and your overall dedication to the industry make you this year's Claude F. Morton Lifetime Achievement honoree. It is truly my pleasure to present this award to you on behalf of Cisco and the Ohio Restaurant Association.
Thank you for this incredible honor. It has been a privilege working with the Ohio Restaurant Association all these years. And for us at Buffalo Wings and Rings, having a strong partner like the association has helped advance and protect our company. 2020 wasn't easy for any of us in the restaurant industry. However, COVID-19 expedited where Buffalo Wings and Rings was already headed, shifting to off-premise, delivery services, and adding new technologies. There were many ups and downs, but I wouldn't be speaking to you today if it weren't for Buffalo Wings and Rings' incredible network of franchisees, corporate employees and team, and vendor partners. It was through their innovative thinking, collaborative work, and support that kept us top of mind with our customers and ahead of many other brands. So I thank them for all of their hard work and commitment to our brand. As we look to the future, new consumer demands and industry trends will shape our company and our industry as a whole. So I look forward to working with the ORA and other members to continue to push forward and celebrating more milestones. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike, and congratulations, Nader. We're so lucky to count you as one of ORA's members. We appreciate your hard work, and we're thrilled to see the success you've achieved. We all look forward to seeing the brand continue to thrive for many more years. Also, can't wait to have some of those wings. One of the ways that the ORA strives to support our members is through the Preferred Partner Program. These companies are carefully vetted by the association to guarantee that restaurant members can trust their products and services. One of our longest standing preferred vendors is BMI. BMI supports businesses and organizations that play music publicly in their settings by offering blanket music licenses that permit them to play more than 17 million musical works. Tonight, we are very happy to have one of BMI's musical artists, Frank J. Myers, here to perform. Here to introduce Frank is Dan Spears, a good friend and Vice President of Industry Relations for BMI.
Hi, everyone. This is Dan Spears with BMI. I'm really pleased that BMI can participate in this evening's festivities, a chance to honor so many of the Ohio Restaurant Association members that are doing wonderful things with their restaurants. I know last year has been a very challenging year for all of us, but we want to thank the Ohio restaurant industry for its support of BMI songwriters during the pandemic. Those licensing fees you paid BMI during that time period meant more than they ever have before. So thank you for what you do to support the craft of songwriting. Tonight, you honor the best of the best, and BMI's small role this evening is to present a performance by a terrific Ohio native. Frank Myers was born and raised in Dayton and has gone on to accomplish big things in the music industry. He's written two of the biggest country pop crossover hits in the history of music, Just You and I, a duet for Eddie Rabbitt and Crystal Gale, and of course, I Swear, the big country hit for John Michael Montgomery that later became a pop smash. He's written songs for Eddie Raven. He's a producer, a terrific guitarist, an amazing songwriter, and a great guy. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome BMI songwriter, the pride of Dayton, Ohio, Frank Myers.
Thank you, Dan, for that great introduction. I'd also like to thank the Ohio Restaurant Association for having me here tonight, and thank them for continuing to pay the BMI licensing fees during the pandemic. It meant a lot to a lot of songwriters during a rough time and a very challenging year. Congratulations to all the winners tonight. I wish I were there to celebrate with you. I'm from Dayton, Ohio originally myself, and my first job was at a Ponderosa as a dishwasher. Of course, my first love was always music, and I moved to Nashville in 1981 and have had a very blessed career. And this song I'd like to do for you right now changed my life. I see the questions in your eyes. I know what's weighing on your mind. You can be sure I know my part, 'cause I'll stand beside you through the years. You'll only cry those happy tears, and though I'll make mistakes, I'll never break your heart. I swear by the moon and the stars in the sky, I'll be there. I swear, like a shadow that's by your side, I'll be there. For better or worse, till death do us part, I'll love you with every beat of my heart. I swear. I'll give you everything I can. I'll build your dreams with these two hands. We'll hang some memories on the wall, and when there's silver in your hair, you won't have to ask if I still care. 'Cause as time turns the page, my love won't age at all. I swear by the moon and the stars in the sky, I'll be there. I swear, like a shadow that's by your side, I'll be there. For better or worse, till till death do us part. I'll love you every beat of my heart, and I swear, I swear. Thank you so much.
Wow, that was fantastic. Thank you again to Frank Myers and BMI for providing such excellent entertainment tonight. We are getting towards the end of our show, but there are still a few great awards to come. Please continue to engage in the chat and let our awardees know how much we appreciate them. The Rising Star Award honors an emerging leader in the food service industry, one whose work demonstrates ongoing exceptional growth and high potential for future impact. This year's Rising Star is a person who has overcome remarkable personal and professional challenges to turn her business around.
Sheila, at first glance, this award winner, Lori Torres, and her Mallorca restaurant may seem like an odd choice for Rising Star. But the restaurant has been a very popular part of Cleveland and the landscape there since 1996. But when we heard from Lori's daughters about how in 2017 she had jumped into the industry she knew nothing about to save a restaurant that had been left nearly in ruin, we knew that Lori was a great choice for this award. In 2017, Lori found herself responsible for the restaurant that her husband had run since 1996. At that time, Lori had to decide whether to sell the business, reconcile the debt and move on, or to leave her own career and run the restaurant herself.
Having no previous experience with running a restaurant, Lori made the decision to sell. But as her daughters told us, she decided to go to Mallorca and face her staff in person. This staff had been part of the restaurant since its inception, had given their professional careers to the restaurant, and had a sense of loyalty that most employers could only imagine. After one look in the eyes of that team, she knew that the universe had put her there for a reason and that she had to take over. Lori got to work reconciling the restaurant's debt, settling lawsuits, repairing relationships with vendors, and regaining the trust of her staff.
It's a remarkable story. In the last 5 years, Lori has rebuilt Mallorca's finances, its public image, and the company culture. She also became an advocate for the industry. She has developed a valuable relationship with the city and the state government officials, and in 2020 she became the vice president and soon to be president of the Cleveland Independent Restaurant Group, which has become great friends of the ORA. She is very involved in the warehouse district, the post-pandemic replanning, and has worked closely with the ORA on a number of issues as we advocated with national, state, and local leaders. She's been a great champion for us.
Absolutely. Under Lori's leadership, Mallorca is celebrating 25 years in business and is downtown Cleveland's most awarded restaurant. The success of Mallorca comes because Lori instinctively knows that hard work, community engagement, putting employees first, and speaking out on behalf of the industry leads to building something bigger than herself. A special shout out to Lori's daughters, whose deep respect for their mother and the pride they feel in what she has created came through in every word of their nomination. Lori, we couldn't be happier to present you with the 2021 Rising Star Award. Congratulations.
How fun it is to be part of an industry that's all about joy and service to others. What an honor it is also to be a part of the Ohio Restaurant Association. Thanks for all that you do for us as restaurant owners, and I am humbled to be part of the industry awards. Thank you so very much.
From the city of Cleveland, we go to the small town of Bell Fountain to recognize our next awardee. Adam Rammel is a relative newcomer to the restaurant industry, but he is most certainly not new to using technology and innovation to tell a great story. This year's Tech Titan has merged his passion for revitalizing small-town business districts with a vision for his own community and a love of beer and hospitality. Adam Rammel's path to restaurant ownership began 6 years ago as one of the original members of the company Small Nation, a group committed to bringing independent small businesses back to main streets across the United States through the hustle hard approach. Small Nation is a real estate and community development company that decided to test their theory of how to build Main Street in their own backyard of Bell Fountain, Ohio. Spoiler alert, it's going great. Small Nation understood that to attract retail shops to downtown Bell Fountain, they needed to bring restaurants and bars in first. After all, it's the food establishments that anchor people to a place. Around the same time, Adam and some friends bemoaned the fact that their town lacked a great craft beer emporium. So they partnered with Small Nation and set out to fill that void. Brew Fountain opened in 2015, and its reputation has grown far beyond the town limits. It has been honored as the #1 beer bar in Ohio 4 years in a row by craftbeer.com. As the restaurant's popularity grew in the enlivened historic downtown, Adam and his partners branched out. They developed a new concept called the Syndicate, originally designed as a special event center, but along came a pandemic that made the partners pivot their plans. Adam says it was a blessing in disguise. Today, the Syndicate is sought after as a fine dining restaurant and outdoor entertainment destination, known for its dinners, weekend brunches, and a full summer lineup of bands in their beer garden. New ideas are always clicking with Adam, who is now putting the Syndicate's kitchen to use on the weekdays the restaurant is closed. He recently opened up a ghost kitchen, turning the idle kitchen into Captain Kraken's Fish and Seafood, dishing up seafood specialties and lobster rolls for home delivery. He's got his eye on other opportunities too, including resurrecting an event center in the former Elks Lodge that will begin renovation soon for a spring 2022 opening. Adam tells the story of his businesses through great marketing, has consistently been ahead of the curve in implementing technology that ensures his restaurants run as efficiently as possible. He models completely the innovation and creativity of successful restaurant entrepreneurs and fights every day, not just for Ohio's hospitality businesses, but also for the communities that we serve. Please join the Wasserstrom Company in honoring Adam Rammel as the Ohio Restaurant Association's 2021 Tech Titan.
Thank you for honoring me as the 2021 Tech Titan Award. After a heck of a year, it sure feels nice to be recognized. Cheers.
The Ohio Restaurant Association's Hall of Fame was founded in 2018 with the purpose of recognizing the best and brightest leaders in our industry who have served for decades with distinction and align with the ORA's core values. We're lucky that in Ohio we have so many giants of industry to choose from, and our past inductees have been a tribute to that. Tonight we have the pleasure of adding one more giant to this list. This inductee has shown himself to be an astute businessman, inventor, innovator, and mentor. A Columbus favorite with a national footprint, we are so happy to be able to welcome Jim Grody, founder of Donato's Pizza, into the ORA Hall of Fame. Based on the power of positive thinking and the golden rule, Jim Grody founded Donato's Pizza in 1963 in Columbus, Ohio. After he invented and patented the Pep-O-Matic, a machine to slice and apply pepperoni directly to pizza, Jim founded the J.E. Grody Company in 1972. This company now manufactures food processing equipment globally. Grody more recently founded the Edge Innovation Hub, a center for creativity where forward-thinking companies can innovate at the edge of possibility. Jim's massive transformative purpose is to help evolve the American capitalist system to a profitable model based on the power of love and the golden rule, which he has coined as agape capitalism. So as you can see, Jim's message and contributions are much bigger than making a great pizza, although he has accomplished that as well. On behalf of the Ohio Restaurant Association and United Healthcare, congratulations to Jim Grody and Donato's Pizza on receiving this much-deserved honor.
Good evening. I want to tell you how honored and humbled I am to be inducted into the Ohio Restaurant Association Hall of Fame and join the previous Hall of Fame inductees. I'd like to thank the Ohio Restaurant Association and CEO John Barker, along with Todd Bowen and the ORA team, for their exceptional leadership during the pandemic. I am proud to be part of the restaurant industry that has faced the COVID-19 crisis with resilience, innovation, and grit. The pandemic has shown us just how important we are to our society as we are considered essential workers. For almost 60 years, we at Donato's believe that food made and served with love nourishes the soul. For almost 50 years, Grody Manufacturing has made automated equipment for the food industry. At both companies, we believe in leading with love, following the golden rule, and doing the right thing. The restaurant industry will innovate and thrive exponentially in the coming years. I believe the most important ingredient for our success is to be sure that our food is made and served with love. My sincere congratulations to all of tonight's award recipients, especially Robert E. Lee from Donato's, who won the Ambassador Award. Thank you, and again, enjoy the rest of your evening.
To our winners tonight, congratulations to each and every one of you. To you, the Ohio Restaurant Association members and guests, thank you for joining us to celebrate our industry tonight. We learned so much this past year, and this industry does not back down from a fight. We can now begin to put the past 16 months behind us and look forward to building a stronger industry with opportunities for everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our evening and our industry award celebration. I want to thank Sheila for co-hosting tonight. Great job.
And I'd like to thank you, John, for co-hosting tonight.
Absolutely. Good night, everybody.
Good night.